We are now live. How has your semester been going?
So far, my semesters have been good. Lots of studying, but still with the same content of same focus and everything. Get things done the first time, so you won't have to repeat it. And knowing what I have as resources to help me succeed to the next step in my life.
That's great. I'm happy your school year is going good for you.
Yes.
And as we wait, we're gonna wait a couple of minutes as a few people join to watch our live today. Hello for those of you who have joined in. And if you all already are coming to this live with questions, you can start dropping them in the chat. We might answer them already through what we're going to be talking about, but you can go ahead and ask any questions that you have so far. Okay. We have maybe one more minute until 4:05, and then we're going to get started.
Cool.
Okay. I was really silent because we don't have your background noise, Kanisha. Okay. Still 4:05, waiting. I mean, still 4:04, waiting a few more seconds until it hits 4:05. And like I said, we have a few other people that have joined in. If you came to this live with questions that you needed to get answered, you can comment them below. And some of them might already get addressed through what we're going to be talking about. But if not, we want to make sure that we answer all of you all's questions. So make sure we get those in. And if you all are have any questions that requires personal scenario, it's not a general question that everyone could benefit from getting an answer from, you can shoot us a DM on Facebook, Instagram, or on Twitter, or message us through our email if it's a personalized question. But okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get us started because it is 4:05. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining us today. The purpose of this live is to go over what are the next steps for securing your Detroit Promise scholarship and to help troubleshoot a couple of issues we've been having with students registering and logging in. If you're one of those students, we hope that this will be helpful for helping you all solve those issues. First, I'm going to get us started with introduction. So my name is Christine Rogers. I'm the Detroit Promise Coordinator.
Hi, everybody. My name is Kenesha Williams, and I am also a Detroit Promise Coordinator.
Also with us, we have a Detroit Promise Ambassador. He's going to introduce himself. We're so excited that you're here with us to, share your experience and offer students support as they're navigating this process and, receiving a Detroit Promise scholarship. Go ahead, Deacon Anthony.
Once again, good evening, everybody. My name is Anthony Walton. I am a Detroit Promise Ambassador. I attend Henry Ford Community College for physical therapy. This is my second year, fourth semester doing at Henry Ford. I chose Henry Ford College because since my field is physical therapy, Henry Ford has the best pre-physical therapy assistant program. So I chose that because I love helping people and I want to help people the best way as I possibly can. And being a Detroit Promise Ambassador, I figured, hey, I can help people in many different ways. I can be that guiding hand to other individuals who may be lost or feel free or feel that they don't have somebody to guide them and help them. Amen.
Thank you for that, Deacon. We're happy that you are here once again. So to get us started, first, Kenesha is going to go through what are the steps for after you register for the Detroit Promise. What are the steps for securing your Detroit Promise?
So after you register, you've created your password with there's going to be an email that's sent to your account after you register with that email. You are going to create a password and then you're going to log into your account. If you are a 2-year or a community college student, you do not have to do anything else with your Detroit Promise portal. You are all set. But if you are a four-year student, if you're trying to go to a four-year university or college, you will need to log into that account and upload your transcripts, your high school transcripts, and a acceptance letter for the college that you are planning to attend.
Okay. And if you are planning on attending Michigan State University and you want to use Detroit Promise there, you do need to upload your test scores. All of our schools are test optional except for Michigan State right now. If you want to look through that full list of schools, you can go to DetroitPromise.com and look under our educational opportunities for our 2-year and 4-year schools. So just to repeat, make sure you go to your profile if you are considering a 4-year school and submit those documents that Kanisha just discussed. Your transcript, I'm not letters of recommendation, your transcript, college acceptance letter, and test scores for tests applicable schools. Okay. And then once you've done that, then for the moment, you are all set. You should keep checking your email for emails from us. Next thing that's going to be sent out is a scholarship acceptance letter. This letter lets us know what school you are planning on using the Detroit Promise with. While your acceptance letter lets us know that you actually got accepted into that school, but the scholarship acceptance letter itself lets us know this is where you want to use the Detroit Promise at. So then once you sign that letter, then we will verify that, it's filled out, it's all great, and then it will get sent to the college or university that you are planning on attending. And from there, it's up your financial aid department for that school will handle the disbursement of your aid and constructing your financial aid award letter. We know that some of you all have had issues registering or logging in. If you are having issues registering for the Detroit Promise, we first ask, make sure that you are not already registered. Unfortunately, we have had a lot of students that are like, we can't register, we can't register. And then they already actually are registered. They registered in like October or something. If you are filling out the registration form and it will not allow you to submit it, 9 times out of 10, it is because you are already registered for the Detroit Promise. Please go to your email and check and search for Detroit Promise. And if you have an email for us that says, congratulations on registering for the Detroit Promise, create your password, you have already registered. Some of you all are trying to register. Like I said, are trying to register twice. It won't allow you to do that, especially not with the same email. Some of you all were having issues registering. So you tried to register with another email address, and you were actually successful in creating 2 accounts. And now you are having trouble logging in. You can't if you are having trouble logging in and you have created 2 accounts, please email us and let us know that you have created 2 accounts. You will not be able to log in with either accounts because you now have 2 accounts. So if that is you, if you fall into that category of you weren't able to log in and then you decided to try to register twice and you were successful in creating that second account, the system was not letting you log in with either account. So email us so we can know which email address is the correct email address to actually keep, so we can get that other profile deleted so you will actually be able to log into your account. For other students, some students, they know like my email address and my password is correct, and I'm still trying to log in and it's not working. So we've been finding out that students with iPhones or MacBooks who are or products that are using iOS, there is something called prevent cross tracking that is not allowing students to log in on our website. So the way that you can log in and the way that you can turn that off is if you go to your settings on your iPhone and you search prevent cross tracking, or you just start typing in cross, you will see that pop up as the first. And let me see if I can show you all. You will see it pop up as the first thing that could prevent cross tracking. So then you're going to click it. And actually, mine is already turned off because I had to log in to the Detroit Promise. And then this is what it looks like when it's on. If it's green, it's on. I'm trying to, put it in front of the camera correctly. Okay, if it's green, it's on. So you just want to make sure that that is turned off, okay? And it looks like that. And once that is done, then you should be able to log in from there. So I will repeat for anybody that just joined or did not hear me correctly. So if you are having trouble logging in and you know your password is correct, you know your email address is correct, the information you're entering is correct, then it is most likely, if you are using an iOS operating system, that you need to turn off the prevent cross tracking. We're still trying to figure out if this is something that we can change on the back end of our system. But for right now, if you are trying to log in, this is the step that you need to take to be able to do so. Okay, and this is for the cell phone or the actual computer. Searching in your settings, prevent cross tracking, turning that off and logging back in. We done this with students in person, and it does work for most of the time. If that doesn't work and you still are having trouble logging in, it might just be some other issue. But for the most part, 9 times out of 10, you need to reset your password. You're not using the correct login information, or it is that iOS prevent cross tracking update. Okay.
I do want to add one more thing. Sometimes students are having an issue because they never set a password. If you never set that initial password, they will not let you do forgot password. So make sure that when you first do your registration, you get that email that says, create a new password. Because if you don't, you are going to have some login issues.
And I see that we have a comment from somebody. They said they tried uploading their transcript a few times and it still isn't uploaded. Okay, so in that scenario, I need a little bit, just a little bit more details about what's happening. So if you send us an email, can you screenshot what that screen looks like? So are you actually getting through to the point where it is uploading, and then when you refresh the page, it's not showing, or is it not allowing you to upload the document at all? Just so we can, you know, figure out what exactly is going on when you say it's not uploading. Okay. Any other questions before we continue on? Okay. So it is uploaded. You're good now? See, just making sure the student is good. Any other questions or concerns or comments? Okay, great. Oh, I see something. I need my. Okay, Samuel, I don't know what you're referring to, but if you can specify, then we can help you out there. But I got an email from Detroit Promise. So you might have received that email before you uploaded it, or they or it might not have been processed yet. We can go and check. Just shoot us an email, Jade, um, and we can verify that for you, or whether or not it actually is like showing up on our side. Okay. How long after submitting the college acceptance letter and transcript that say receive scholarship letter for Detroit Promise? So we'll be sending out the scholarship acceptance letter sometime in April. Um, like I said, that is the letter saying like where you want to use the Detroit Promise at. That's about the time that we'll be sending out, somewhere around April. So just make sure to check your emails for that. And then from that point, like I said, that's just letting us, send to let the school know this student is, Detroit Promise eligible. They do want to use the Detroit Promise scholarship. From that point, your school will handle your financial aid in this, your financial aid award letter and dispersing Detroit Promise, funds to your account and fulfilling that tuition and mandatory fees funding. And then for anybody else on the line, it is important to know that you cannot use the Detroit Promise without filling out your FAFSA. It is essential that you fill out your FAFSA if you have not done so. Not only do you want to do this for the Detroit Promise, but you want to do this period, even if you're not using the Detroit Promise, because that is your en route to financial aid. Most schools will require you submitting that to receive financial aid. So we have a question. If you submit an acceptance letter from one school in January, are we able to change it to a different school now? Yes, you can change your school that you filled out when you registered. So no one has filled out the scholarship acceptance letter yet. That has not come out yet. So what you indicated on your profile was the school that you were interested in. That is not what's the word I'm looking for? That is not actually verifying that that is a school that you're going to go to and that you want to use the Detroit Promise at. That lets us know where your interests are for this our Detroit Promise schools. So whatever school you put on that registration form, it can be different from what you actually put on that scholarship acceptance letter. Because we know you all, some of you are still making your decisions on what school you want to go to. That's even why the scholarship acceptance letter is kind of rolled out when it is, to give you all time to finish making those decisions and getting some of these other processes done. Okay. Any other questions? That was a good question though. But even when the scholarship acceptance letter does come out, you do have a little bit of time to change. So let's say when the scholarship acceptance letter comes out in April and you fill it out for, let's say Michigan State, for example. If you have not actually, submitted an enrollment deposit, actually, enrolled in that school yet, then you have time to change to a different school. You want to take this question, Kanisha?
Yep. So we have another question. Is Detroit Promise a last dollar scholarship at all of its affiliate schools? Are there any exceptions? So yes, there is one exception, and that is Western University. So if you decide to go to Western, they are a first dollar scholarship. So that means that the Detroit Promise will be paid out first, and then you will still be able to get that Pell Grant, any other federal grants that you may have to apply to housing or other things on your bill.
For any of those who don't know what last dollar is, can you just explain what first dollar is? That Detroit Promise we apply first. Last dollar means that your state and federal aid, so your money, your FAFSA money or your tip, for example, will be applied to your account first before Detroit Promise. So after those things are applied to your account, if there is a balance left after that, then that's where Detroit Promise comes in and fills that gap of fulfilling that last dollar money funding. Okay. Any other questions? These are good questions. Mhm. So if you all are around any other students, I don't know if it's parent students on the line, a little mixture of both. If you are around other people who are having trouble logging in, let them know about that prevent cross tracking. I can't tell you how many students this has, been an issue for them logging in. It's a simple fix. Turn off prevent cross tracking. You should be able to log in. If you haven't set your password and you're trying to log in, you need to set that password from that initial email that we sent when you first registered. Okay. Yep. So if you are going to Western and you are Detroit Promise eligible, then yes, that would be a first dollar school. So yes, the Detroit Promise would come into effect first. Any other questions? And then also would just like to add that we are hosting office hours. So if you all have any more questions, need to get walked through some of these things that we talked about, then you can schedule office hours with us. They are Monday from 4 to 5. There are 15-minute slots that you all can hop in and ask your quick questions outside of this space that we have. Okay.
And I will drop the link in the comments.
Okay. Great, great, great. And when she drops that link, I'll put it up on the screen for you all to so you all can get that. Okay. Any other questions about Detroit Promise, eligibility, requirements, the process, next step? Anybody didn't get what I said about logging in? Is there anybody on the line that was having trouble logging in and tried to prevent cross tracking and it helped? Okay. Well, if there isn't anything else, we'll wait around for a few more minutes in case a couple of questions pops into you all's head. If not, feel free, like I said, to schedule one of those meetings with us on Calendly, or you can email us at info@detroitpromise.com. We'll try to respond back to you as soon as possible. I will let you all know to keep in mind we are responding to a lot of students, so please be patient with us. It might not be that exact day, but please send us an email. We'll try to troubleshoot it as soon as possible. Make sure you're checking your emails also, because some of these things we have already sent out communications about. It's a matter of you all reading through those emails thoroughly. Okay. Well, if that's all. We're gonna peace out. Bye, everybody.